Imagine a magical key opens a door and leads you to any place in the world. Maybe the key gives you access to someone's thoughts or lets you travel back in time. That's the premise behind the new series, Locke Key.
Hey, check it out. We're here.
Welcome to Key House.
I could never get your father to talk about his life here. My kids need a home.
Does it have to be this home?
Hello? Are you my echo?
Oh, it just looks fascinating. Telling us more about the series and his character, Connor Jessup, is here with us today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's nice to have a Toronto guy in studio.
It's nice to be home.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your character, the premise of the show, and then your character.
Yeah, so the show is about these three siblings who tragically lose their dad, and then they move across the country to his ancestral manor house and discover that it's full of these strange magical keys that all have different powers and are somehow connected mysteriously to his past, and they get embroiled in this whole magical conflict. So it's really a coming-of-age show. It's about grief and trauma, and it's somewhere between like Stranger Things and Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh my gosh, so perfect for right now.
I mean, it was like my 10-year-old dream.
Playing this role. Oh my gosh. How many keys are there?
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot in the season, and there's a lot that we have from the comic books that it's based on that we haven't even touched. There's like 11 or 12, I think.
Oh my gosh.
And they all do radically different things.
So it's based on this comic book series.
Yeah.
But the adaptation took some time. I
Yeah.
mean, we're talking like 10 years to get it on screen.
It was stuck for a bit.
Yeah, so what is it like to finally see it come to fruition?
I mean, for me, it's very satisfying, but it's only been part of my life for a little over a year. I can't imagine, for Joe Hill and Gabe Rodriguez, who created the comic, and for our showrunners who were attached for years, if it's such a relief and so moving for me to see it finally become a thing, I can't imagine how they feel. I mean, this is the end of, if this was a child, this child's going to high school now for them.
Oh my gosh. This was shot in Toronto. It was shot in Halifax as well?
Yeah, a little bit on the East Coast, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit on the East Coast, but the Canadian, which is super cool.
Yeah, all our crew was Canadian, our keys were Canadian. This is a really Canadian show.
So what is that like to be a Canadian actor filming something that is not just resonating in Canada? I mean, it's on Netflix, it's reaching audiences all over. So what is that like for you?
I mean, it's so hard to say because it's all happening in like a digital world, and all I know is like my mom texting me about it and my cousins. So, but I mean, the crazy thing about Netflix is I've never been on a Netflix thing. It's a very new experience for me. Is that it comes out in 160 places all at once. At the stroke of midnight, suddenly it's available everywhere in 200 languages, and it's just the reach is insane. So it's really crazy. It's really affecting to be getting messages from people in Japan and in Bulgaria and in Toronto, and it's been a crazy experience.
So people are devouring it. Do we get season 2?
I hope so. I mean, our writers are typing away, so hopefully in the next couple weeks we should hear some hopefully good news.
Okay, well that's a good sign. If they're typing away, we're going to be
crossed.
hopeful.
My fingers are crossed.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, congrats. By the way, it is on Netflix. You can check it out, Locke Key. We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.